Any idea on how this fire started?
Well, they're still working on that. A lot of details here being looked at as this investigation continues. What we do know is it took fire crews a lot of time to get to this fire, and that's because of the major geographical challenges just in navigating this big area.
Looked east and saw the big ball of fire when I got dispatched on my phone, and then turned around and headed right back.
Clay Township firefighter Timothy Kernan had just clocked out for his shift when duty called in a huge way. A massive fire hitting multiple cottages on St. Clair's Harsens Island.
We're a big area and we cover the island, and with the ferry, it does take a little bit more time to get over there, but we try to do our best we can.
The island is a small strip of land with about 1,000 people there. You can only get to it by car ferry. The fire was concentrated in an area called the Old Club, with vacation houses seasonally populated by doctors and lawyers. It's basically a resort and yacht club. There is a fire station on the island, but reinforcements were needed from the mainland, and this map shows just how far crews had to travel. Just getting across via ferry can make any response time feel like an eternity.
It was a long response time because it was at the farthest end of our coverage area, so it took me about maybe 20 minutes to get there, and just got there and grabbed my pack and got a hose and started putting water on the fire.
We had a boardwalk that we had to walk on to start extinguishing the fire on, and the wind, that was a factor. That was something that we had to deal with. We had to worry about exposures.
You're out there, you got all your gear on, I imagine, yeah. Right? So that's hot, right?
Yeah.
And then you got wind in your face. I mean, just paint the picture for us here.
So when you first get on scene, you're always just looking, what can I do to make this situation better? And for me, it was getting on a hose line immediately and just trying to get water on it and protecting exposures. I mean, unfortunately, when I got there, 2 of the houses were already fully involved, and it just happened so fast.
About 6 homes burned to the ground. The investigation is ongoing. Despite the wind on Wednesday, the chief says they often battle even bigger challenges in the winter months.
Wintertime, you get the ice that flows down the channel, blocks the river. There's times that we can't get across. We have to use the airboat and get our people across. It can be a challenge.
Now, thankfully, there were no reported injuries, and again, the cause is still under investigation. We do know that there were some crews working on a barge in the area, but it's unknown if that is related to the fire. That's the latest for now. Reporting live in Clay Township, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Yeah, you give credit to these firefighters risking their lives on this windy day to try to save these homes. They couldn't do it with these 6 homes, but I imagine that community is so tight-knit, so hardy, that they do plan on rebuilding. Any word on that?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing, that they're really planning on rebuilding, especially this is a historic club area, the Old Club, that really goes back to the late 1800s. And so there's a lot of pride there. There's a lot of history there. A lot of people love taking vacations there. And so they certainly want to have more memories. And from what we understand, they indeed plan on rebuilding.
All right. We thank you for that live report. Dave Kinchin for us tonight.